Prologue, the infection. Black screen. Soft morning sounds, wind through trees. Birds. A distant animal calling. Fade in. Exterior farmhouse, morning. A modest home. Tidy garden. Washing on the line. Everything ordinary. Everything safe. Interior farmhouse kitchen, continuous. Warm light through windows. Dust motes drift. Aries, 6 years old, serious face, careful hands, sits at a wooden table, feet swinging. She draws on scrap paper with a pencil, crosses and squares, trying to make them connect. Father, 40s, farming clothes, kind eyes, pours tea at the counter. Mother, 30s, house dress, gentle smile, butters bread. A puppy, golden retriever, gangly, sweet, lies under the table near Aris's feet. This is a loving house. Father. Settling into his chair with tea.
What's the square root of x squared?
Aries frowns at her paper. Thinks hard. Aries.
X is a cross. How do you make a square from a cross?
The parents exchange a look. Amused. Fond. Mother.
She'll get there.
Father. Leaning forward, encouraging.
You don't have to get it right. You just have to keep trying.
He taps her drawing gently with his finger. Warm. The puppy's tail thumps against the floor. Aries laughs, drops her pencil, reaches down to pet the dog. The mother watches them. Soft. Protective. A knock at the door. Sharp. Official. The father's smile holds, but something in his posture shifts. Just slightly. Father. Rising.
I'll get it.
The mother's hand stills on the bread knife. Interior farmhouse hallway, continuous. The father crosses to the front door. Opens it. A man, 40s, suit, unremarkable face, stands on the doorstep. Professional smile. Man.
Morning. Standards review.
The father nods. This makes sense. This is expected. Father.
Of course. Come in.
The man steps aside. Behind him, the meat monster. Not announced. Not framed as a reveal. Human-shaped. Wearing something that might have been clothes once but has fused with what's underneath. Raw flesh visible at the seams. Not dripping. Not theatrical. Just wrong. It stands patiently. Waiting. The father's smile falters. Just for a breath. Then returns. Holds. Man. Gesturing to the monster.
Standard procedure. Won't take a moment.
The meat monster extends its hand toward the father. The hand is dense. Too heavy. The skin has a wet sheen. The father looks at it. Looks at the man. The man nods. Encouraging. This is normal. The father reaches out and shakes the hand. A soft, wet sound. Like pressing into raw dough. The handshake lasts half a second too long. When the father pulls his hand back, there's nothing visible on it. No mark. No residue. But something has transferred. The mother appears behind him, wiping her hands on her apron. She sees the monster. Sees her husband's face. The monster turns to her. Extends its hand again. She swallows. Smiles. Mother. To the man, polite.
Would you like tea?
Man.
That won't be necessary.
The monster's hand stays extended. The mother steps forward. Takes it. Same sound. Same pause. She releases it. Steps back beside her husband. They stand together in the doorway. Straight. Calm. The monster does not look toward the kitchen. Does not look at Aries. Does not look at the puppy. It simply stands there, inspection complete. Man. Marking something on a clipboard.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Father.
Of course.
The man and the monster turn and leave. The door closes. Silence. The father looks at his hand. Flexes his fingers. Nothing wrong. Everything fine. Mother. Voice level.
We should finish breakfast.
They return to the kitchen. Interior farmhouse kitchen, moments later. The warmth is still here. The light hasn't changed. But something is different. The father sits back at the table. Straighter. His movements more precise. The mother resumes buttering bread. Her strokes are efficient now. Mechanical. Aries holds up her paper. Aries.
Daddy, look.
He looks. Studies it longer than before. Father. Not unkind, but final.
That's not correct.
He reaches past his tea and picks up a ruler from the table's edge. He doesn't wave it. Doesn't threaten. He places it on the table beside her paper. Like placing a dictionary beside a misspelled word. Father.
We try again until it's right.
Aries nods. Picks up her pencil. The puppy jumps up, tail wagging, trying to climb into her lap. The mother turns. Watches. Her expression doesn't change. But her eyes calculate. Mother. Gently.
Animals shouldn't beg at the table.
She crosses to the puppy. Picks it up. Not roughly. Efficiently. She carries it to the door and sets it outside. Mother, continued. To the puppy, soft.
Good dogs stay outside.
She closes the door. The puppy whines once. Scratches at the wood. Then stops. Interior farmhouse kitchen, continuous. Aries returns to her drawing. Focus now. The father watches over her shoulder. Father.
Not that way.
He lifts the ruler. Close up on Aries' small hand holding the pencil. The ruler comes down, tap, sharp and precise. We don't see what it hits. The table? Her hand? The paper? The camera stays tight. Close on her fingers. On the pencil. Father, off screen. Voice still warm.
Try again.
Aries doesn't cry. Doesn't flinch. She simply recalculates. Erases. Starts over. A child working hard to be correct. Mother. From across the room, encouraging.
You're clever. Love. Just listen properly.
Aries nods. Eager to please. She draws. Gets it wrong again. The ruler lifts. Tap. Sharper this time. Father.
Again.
Close up on Aries' face. Not afraid. Not angry. Just learning. Learning that correction is love. Learning that there's a right way and a wrong way. Learning that someone always knows better. Learning to comply. Hold on her face as she draws. The ruler rests on the table beside her hand. Ready. Patient. The mother pours more tea. The father watches. The puppy has stopped scratching at the door. Everything is very still. Very reasonable. Very wrong. A shadow passes the window. Just a flicker. Aries looks up. Aries.
Someone's coming back.
The mother and father exchange a look. Not worried. Certain. Mother. Gently.
Finish your work first. Love.
The knock comes again. Softer this time. Patient. The father rises. Crosses to the door. Through the window, we see the meat monster standing alone now. No man. Just it. It raises its hand. Not threatening. Waiting. The father opens the door. Meat monster. Voice flat, pleasant.
The child.
The father doesn't react. Neither does the mother. They simply accept this. Father.
She's doing her lessons.
Good.
It extends its hand through the doorway. Toward the kitchen. Toward Aries. Meat monster.
When she's finished,
The hand stays there. Open. Patient. Aries stares at it from her seat. The wet, dense wrongness of it. The mother's hand touches Aries' shoulder. Gentle. Guiding. Mother. Soft.
You'll shake hands when you're done. That's what polite children do.
Aries looks at the hand. Looks at her mother. Looks at her drawing. She picks up her pencil. Aries. Small, obedient.
Okay.
The meat monster's hand remains extended. Waiting. The mother's hand stays on Aries' shoulder. The father stands in the doorway, patient. Aries begins to write. Slowly. The camera pushes in on her paper. She's drawing the same cross. The same square. But this time her hand is shaking. Just slightly. Hold on the meat monster's hand. Still waiting. Still patient. Still there. Fade to black. Title card. Meatspace. Act 1, The Puppy. Title card, 2 years later. Interior farmhouse kitchen, afternoon. Warm light. Everything tidy. Aries, 8 years old, more serious now, posture straighter, sits at the table doing homework. Math problems, all correct. Father, 40s, same kind face, but something harder in his eyes now, stands at the counter preparing dinner. On the floor, Aries' puppy, 2-year-old golden retriever, gangly, sweet, chews on a rope toy. Father.
How's the math coming?
Aries. Focused.
I got them all right. Want to check?
Father. Proud.
That's my girl.
The puppy trots over, tail wagging. Drops the toy at Aries' feet. Aries smiles, the first genuine warmth we've seen from her, and reaches down to play. The puppy gets excited. Jumps up. Nips Aries' hand, not hard, puppy teeth, playful. Aries yelps. Pulls back. A tiny scratch. Barely bleeding. The room stops. The father turns. Sees the scratch. Something in his face hardens. Father. Voice changing.
Did it bite you?
Aries. Uncertain.
No.
Father.
Show me.
He crosses to her. Takes her hand. Examines the scratch. Barely visible. A pinprick of red. His jaw sets. Father. Calling toward the other room.
Martha. The dog bit Aries.
Mother, late 30s, efficient, practical, appears in the doorway. Dish towel in hand. Mother.
How bad?
Father.
Drew blood.
A beat. The mother processes this. Mother. Certain.
Get the forms.
Aries. Tears forming.
She was just.
But the father is already moving to a drawer. Pulls out a form. Incident report, animal control. Pre-printed. Official. Like they've known this might be necessary. Mother. Gently, to Aries.
Go wash that scratch. Love. Dogs are dirty.
Aries doesn't move. Stares at the form. Mother, continued. Firmer.
Now. Please.
Aries goes. Interior farmhouse kitchen, moments later. The mother sits at the table. Pen in hand. The father stands behind her, reading over her shoulder. The form is laid out neatly. Clinical. Boxes to check. Aggressive behavior. Unprovoked attack. Risk to public safety. Mother. Reading aloud as she writes.
Animal displayed aggressive behavior toward minor child.
She pauses. Looks up at the father. Mother, continued.
Is that accurate? Aggressive?
Father. Certain.
You bit her.
The mother nods. Checks the first box. Mother.
Unprovoked attack.
She checks the second box. Mother, continued.
Child required medical attention.
Father.
Better safe than sorry.
She checks the third box. Signs the bottom. Precise. Final. The puppy whines from the corner. Sensing something wrong. Neither parent looks at it. Father.
I'll call it in.
He picks up the phone. Dials. Father, continued. Into phone, professional.
Yes, we need to report an incident. Dog bite. Minor child. Yes, we have the paperwork ready. Tomorrow morning? That's fine.
He hangs up. Mother.
They're coming tomorrow.
Father.
To collect. They said once it's reported, there's a protocol.
A pause. Mother. Quiet.
It's already decided.
Father.
It's already done.
Interior farmhouse, staircase, continuous. Ari sits on the stairs where she can see them, but they can't see her. Watching. The puppy's collar sits on the counter. The father picks it up. Weighs it in his hand. Drops it in the bin. Not angry. Just done. Interior farmhouse kitchen, continuous. The mother sees Aries on the stairs. Mother.
You understand why this had to happen?
Aries nods. Not because she understands. Because she knows that's the answer expected. Mother. Continued.
Animals can't control themselves. When they hurt someone, even once, we have to think about what might happen next time.
Father. Joining them.
It's about keeping everyone safe.
Mother.
The people who make these decisions, they know more than we do. They see patterns we can't see.
Aries. Very small.
She was a good dog.
Father. Gentle.
She was. But good isn't the same as safe.
The mother strokes Aries' hair. Mother.
Sometimes being responsible means making hard choices, sweetheart.
Father. To Aries.
Did you finish your homework?
Aries. Automatic.
Yes.
Father.
Good girl.
He ruffles her hair. The warmth is back. Everything is reasonable again. The puppy watches from the corner. Tail down. Confused. Exterior farmhouse, next morning. A white truck with animal shelter in official lettering pulls into the driveway. Two workers, 30 Esto 40s, uniforms, professional, bored, get out with a carrier and clipboard. Worker number 1. To father, routine.
Need you to sign confirming the incident.
The father signs without hesitation. Father.
Child protection.
Worker number 2 scans the puppy's chip. Types into a tablet. Worker number 2.
Registered 2 years ago. Up to date on shots. No prior incidents.
Worker number 1.
First offense is still an offense.
They load the puppy into the carrier. She whines, looking for Aries. Aries stands on the porch. Watching. Her face is blank. Learning. Mother. Hand on Aries' shoulder.
The people who do this work, they see so many cases. They know what needs to be done.
Aries. Watching the carrier being loaded.
Okay.
Worker number 1 reaches through the carrier bars. Pats the puppy's head once. His hand comes away and rests on the carrier door. The truck doors close. The white truck isn't white. It's rust red. The animal shelter lettering drips slightly, never quite drying. Through the truck's rear window, other animals. Other dogs. Shapes in cages. All marked for the same efficient disposal. Worker number 1's hand, the one that patted the puppy, has left a wet print on her golden fur. Dark red. Hand-shaped. The puppy's tail wags once. Still hoping this is a game. Still trusting. Father.
That's what the system is for. To protect us from what we're too close to see clearly.
Aries nods. She's learned. Fade to black. Interior secondary school corridor, day, years later. A modern corridor. Posters, be kind. Safe space. Zero tolerance. A row of children stand in line outside a classroom. Quiet. Waiting. Aries, now 12, stands among them. Straight posture. Not scared. Just trained. A teacher places detention slips on a clipboard. Friendly voice. Dead eyes. Teacher.
You know why you're here.
A boy, 10, Taro, frowns, genuinely trying. Boy.
Because I'm disruptive.
Teacher.
Because you keep making bad choices.
The teacher smiles, like that settles it. The boy nods, ashamed, accepting a label instead of a reason. Aries watches. Absorbs. Aries. Soft, to the boy.
If you're good tomorrow, maybe you won't be bad.
The boy looks at her like she's crazy. The teacher overhears and approves with a tiny nod. A rule reproducing itself.